Let's start. Maybe you have watched first episode. This is continue of our serial 3 stages of meditation. Let's have a short review about from what we start. Let's wait a little. Ksyusha, please watch out for all microphones are turned off. Let's wait a few minutes before we start. I see that people continue to join. Someone was practicing during the whole week. Text your questions. I will answer. Is it okay that I get sick when I put my mind down in the belly? No, there are impurities. They need to be cleaned out. It can be said that there is certain instability on the energy level. Because of it, we compensate for this instability, and as the result of it, various toxins form. In the main, we compensate for it with the food, stresses. All it accumulates. That's why we need to clean it. There is a method that is called prakshalana. Prakshalana. You can Google it. I won't to explain it here. Next. Questions. Is it better to close my eyes or stay with my eyes open? Better with open. Today I will explain why it's better to stay with your eyes open. It's hard to relax belly, or rather I relax it but it gets stressed again. It's related to that you fly into the mind. It's a habit. Flying into the mind, thinking about something, pondering. And when you find out your belly in a state of tension, it can be said that, but after a while, maybe it won't come immediately, but after a while you will see that it gets tensed because you've already are lost in thought. And that side, that it's get tensed and you notice it, it's good. Losing in thought, thinking. You start to think about something. Let's start then. Another one question. It starts to hurt my knees. It never happened before. What method should I use to take away the pain? There is a psychosomatic, certain mental components which reflect in body, and pain in knees shows you that you have no humility. Look at your life. Are you agree with everything? Do you accept everything as it is? That's why your knees are aching. Look a little closer. Don't you hide something on your own? It has everything to do with knees. Actually, you should do the exercises. Hatha yoga. Gently and relaxed. Knees will start to heal. After a minute, mind pop up like a bopper, and I have to put it down again. I've already answered that question, that you just get lost in thought. Let's start. I will explain it during translation and open up questions which you've asked. Let's have a short review of that we were practicing last week. Quintessence of what we do. Sit comfortably. Easy, comfortably, and relaxed. Step by step, if you will practice, it will be more easily and more easily. And what is good, that the body will be more slender. I, for example, sit like this, and it's absolutely comfortably. I can sit like this for a long time. I like to sit more than to do anything else. And it's the result of practice. It's not a wonder or magic. Just practice every day and reach such result. Sometimes I even want to get into the lotus position, but at the moment I can do it for a while. Every time you should find your comfortable position. I can say that as a time as you find comfort, as a time as you find comfort, mind and all these feelings, awareness, get down into belly in natural way. Then feel grounding through your belly. Your awareness is not only get down into belly, but you feel stability, connection with earth element. You stop to run somewhere, stop to seek. You get to comfort and calm. And to happiness. Your mind becomes gracious, blessed and stable. Feel the stability. Find out a spontaneous relaxation. Realize that this state feels like, at least I got calm. Not even got calm, but found the point from that calm emanates. It's not some cloudy calm or sleepy calm. It's not calm in which you can lose or fly into. It's clear calm. From this calm, everything is seen directly and clearly. This is what I want to speak today about. I can say that the first stage of meditation we need just to come to sanity and get calm. Get in such state in which you can quietly study and practice without tearing around from side to side. You are in a hurry, you are late, and so on. In a phrase, without passions. Maybe someone of us should to practice it, to get calm indeed. Do not repress, do not invent something, just get calm. And notice that you've realized it, and now understand that this is true, and now we can relax. Exactly this time, exactly this place. Whatever happens, you can relax into it. Do not repress a thing. Maybe you want to cry or something else. All these shells will start to flake off. And you let it happen. It can be said as unpreventable process of purification on subtle level. Your repressed and latent tendencies start to purify. Experience it. Precisely because we don't want to experience it, we fall into the mind, and knees start to pain, and all the rest of it. It can be said that all the diseases start with worry. All kind of weird things with the head start with worry. And now we have a possibility right now. Time has come. Exactly this minute, this second, this process of now, unconditional. You can relax into it. Try to be in this state. It's very easy. There's no need to do a thing. You clearly know what rest is. You've reached this point. I say exactly about you. Take a long breath and relax deeply. We are in this state of rest. It's not some other state of rest, of relaxation. And this state is not static. In principle, that's all that can be said. Everything will start to realize itself. I can even say that being in this state allows you to directly experience all what all masters talk about. In fact, they don't say a thing. They don't speak at all. They don't exist. It's just pictures of your mind. That's it. This is with what I want to start our second stage. For example, who do you see now? That one who you see now, think, is he detached from your mind? Is he beyond your mind? Look directly and relax more. A very funny picture comes out. This picture recognition starts to destroy absolutely all conceptions of that something external happens with you. Usually we think this way: we will go to the translation, there is a translation, and someone called Valery is speaking. And suddenly it turns out that it is your mind in the form like this. You were sleeping and having a sweet dream, and suddenly you realized it clearly. Notice that I am not detached from your mind. It's your mind, your mind. Think, is there a voice detached from your mind? Maybe picture is in your mind indeed. It's not detached. Maybe voice is detached. Maybe voice sounds from beyond. It is talking something to you. What it's talking about. That what it's talking about is not detached also. It's your understanding. Maybe there is indeed something that is beyond your mind. Let's look. External world. Notice that you see external world. But look, what do you see? What do you feel? Do you really experience external world? Or it's just some pictures and descriptions, thoughts, feelings? And let's put away all these pictures and feelings and senses, and now let's think what external world really is. Maybe it has some kind of self-existence, this external world. What I want to tell you, my dears, perhaps it's okay to use such words. There is a question. Sense organs are detached from mind, but how can they be detached? Do you know what sense organs are? All that you mean by sense organs is certain concepts. They told you that, for example, eye sees. What does it see? Something detached? They didn't tell you that, yeah? What it sees. What we practice now is the second stage. It is overcoming certain cognitive delusion, overcoming dual vision. Dual vision consists in that mind is divided into external and internal. It divides into external and internal. But that's not all. It divides into another one part, into you, external and internal. Through this, we perceive ourselves, and that what seems like detached, we understand that we exist. And watch it. Look, experience it. Do not run away somewhere, because plump trash should start now in your head, and you will want to describe all of it. You will want to quickly set up a new puzzle and understand what I'm talking to you about. You won't be able to understand it. I just speak to you. We just experience it and be in relaxation. Now then, notice that you are always someone, and this someone always corresponds with where you are and who you are. And now look where you are. Let's ask ourselves where you are. A lot of pictures, yeah? But calm state, it's not about it. Maybe you define yourself as that you are in some quarantine and some virus spreads, coronavirus spreads and eats everyone. And for example, those who's gone because of coronavirus and coronavirus itself is detached from your mind. Does it really happen this way? And now it should blow your mind, because listen to what I am saying. Those who are gone and the coronavirus that spreads, is it detached from your mind? Are you really think that you are a human being living on planet Earth? Are you really think that it is you? Right now it is you? Then who am I? Am I you too? And external is you too. Even coronavirus and those who's gone are you too. It's only mind. Who are watching this translation now? Who wants to reach liberation? Who suffers? This is second stage of meditation. First time it happened what is called Satori. Then everything falls into place. This is me again, this is you again. I am someone, you are someone, I am somewhere, you are somewhere, and there is something happens. What happens? Translation. But it after this and liberate itself. Liberated. If it appears again, you relax your belly and recognition arises. Wow, guess it's the same old song. Old record about I and it's living on Earth planet, and coronavirus is hunting it. Let's relax a little, correct your body. Sensitivity, subtle vision, increases exactly when you realize and accept that everything is one. Yes? When you realize that everything is one, you need no more any sensitivity or subtle vision. Because it is one and it liberates itself immediately. Because where is the one, there is no second, and which means there is no one. But first time it looks like subtle vision increases when you realize and accept, even just realize. Acceptance comes naturally. You have already realized that everything is one. There is nothing to accept. I say again that realizing is recognition. For example, if they told you that your phone is off, and you look and see that it is on, then you think, maybe I should accept that it is on. No, you recognize that it is on, recognize, and then you have nothing to accept at all. And this recognition lead to non-duality. Such a beautiful word. But it really leads to liberation. The same old songs, yeah. I'm reading your next comments. If there wasn't third eye, there was no coronavirus and everything at all. Yes, it's interdependency. But all of it is just mind's fantasy. This is just a worry, and that's it. And if you are really in this worry, with this worry, you create the reason for coronavirus. The bigger worry, the closer coronavirus. Valera, you shouldn't have to disappear. It's a wonder to watch Valera, not different from floor. It's wonder at all. Mind is resisting, like what? But senses is changing on body level. Of course, first time, mind will resist. Because do you understand what are you doing? You get into the oven, into the kingdom of mind, whereas everything is sorted out, everything is splitted. Mind will resist first time, but look, this is also a trick. What the hell is it means? Mind resist? Which it resist? It resists the some notions. Isn't possible to understand that everything is me? Doesn't it need direct experience? No, it doesn't. Nothing is needed. Understand. Understand that you always have directly experience, but this directly experiences mind illusion. And you just recognize this mind illusion. How to fight self-aggression? This is skin disease on my hands because of something. Self-aggression. I even don't know what is it. Is it means you are constantly nervous? Could you describe more specifically? Self-directed, Natalia texted. It's hard to understand when you text by pieces. When you perceive yourself as extremely unworthy, and so on. Extremely unworthy is just an idea. It means nothing indeed. And you accept it because it's the same old song. You liked it and still remember yourself as it. When you are unworthy, you are somebody. Mind considers that it's better be somebody than nobody. But look, you are not like that. Absolutely. That personage which suffers from self-aggression doesn't exist. The unworthy one happens only in some thoughts. For example, how can you understand? You see two trees. One of them is worthy, one is not. How can you understand what is worthy, what is not? It's the same. Self-directed. Guilt feeling. It's the same. What the hell feelings are you talking about, guys? Understand that it's just thoughts. Everything is thought. It's Santa Barbara happens, and that's it. There is nobody here. In fact, everything is not going like you think. Everything is okay and calm, just find out it. If only fulfill the first stage. Because it seems so easy to put mind down into belly. Yeah, try to do it. I can tell about me. Let me tell you a little. I had a vivid process. I remember it after that. I have a thing when it was autumn, sometimes. In the main, it was in autumn or spring. I went out and terrible cold entered my body. I started to shiver with cold and I was nearly falling in convulsions because I was cold. I understood that is not normal. It's not natural because there is no cold indeed. Step by step, I meditated, practiced this method. Actually, I practice another method, but I cannot tell about it. I tell you, for example, because it was the same process. Once, suddenly, when my awareness was really into belly, I went out at night and there was a road renovation. And they drill with a jackhammer. They was drilling. I was walking and listening to the sound night and I started to shiver with cold. At this moment I remembered that I should put awareness down into belly. I put attention into belly and head, and the one pictures appeared. When I was a child, we lived in Tajikistan, and war started there. I saw like people started to shoot people. There was falling and died. We hardly ran away with my family. This time I saw it, and it liberated. I shivered no longer. It was such experience indeed, although I was 5-6 years old. I was so small, and this stress was so extreme stress, which has been manifesting during all my life in such psychosomatic reactions. And it freed itself since that time. Everything is good, calm. Do you realize how many patterns like this do you have? It disturbs anyway, being in subconscious. You constantly disturbs because it is happening somewhere in some conscious level. And what practice you can do if you are constantly running from this or that, running from someone who wants to kill you or something else? How many stuff like this is there? Imagine there is a lot of things that are not from this life, from past lives. Because if you start to rewind back, in connection with this practice, my subconscious patterns start to rewind back. I even saw that why I had got into this situation. And it was surprisingly, I got in such situation because I've acted this way in past life. It was really cool. What should I do with the repressed experience? I say again, you just should get calm. You just practice, and it can be said, create such level of vibration in which all repressed stuff cannot be repressed anymore. That's why some people text, they start to get sick. It's not only you text me that you feel bad. Some people have texted me before. It is all our impurities on body level, energy level, and mind level. The song never say goodbye to you. The song doesn't leave of you. Yes. Why it's better to meditate with my eyes open? Because you perceive all of this, and this is the same mind when you close your eyes and think about something. But then you close your eyes, you cut off all external mind and practice personal liberation, it can be said. It's not very good kind of liberation. Liberation for I feel good. Liberation happens from you, not with you, from you. From you. That where we will come, there is no us, and nobody comes there. And when it happens with you, you understand that you never was any Valera. It never existed, never happened. It's just thought process, that's it. I suffer all my life from feeling of poverty. I clearly see it. I can say that then we put our mind down into belly. If we take, for example, feeling of poverty, it's like we make certain offering. We feed our feelings, our perceptions. We experience feeling of integrity, completeness. We experience such feeling of abundance and satisfaction. And if we have feeling of poverty, start to give money. You can give even 1 ruble, or I don't know where you are living, I guess Ukraine, because of your letters. Then start to give grivna. Give a few, give, and step by step, this process is happening. It activates, and you come to that you have separated too much. Maybe in a past life you were very rich and greedy and avoid everything. And it created such dual feeling of poverty. But when it's gone, you see that everything is yours indeed. Absolutely. And you have even more than everything. When there are experiences of practice appears, what should I do with this? To watch and to experience? You should nothing to do, nothing at all. No need to watch, because if you experience it, what are you going to watch? You watch it automatically. You are going to experience what you are going to experience. The experience itself. Relax, just relax, and all these experiences declare itself like ideas. They are empty. It's just fantasies. Qualitative hallucinations. Why does it need to keep eye and a bit under the horizon? There are several eye positions. You should keep eye under the horizon when you don't have enough clarity and you want to sleep. When you keep eye under the horizon, you become more open and don't want to sleep so much, but it's not necessary. When I was practicing the first stage, instead of experience mind luminosity, that dissolving forms, I felt clarity and purity of space without thoughts. But all the forms was clear and tight even more than usually. Yes, they are clear indeed. I cannot say that they are tight, but they are clear-cut, and through it appears clarity that it is just a hallucination. It's really fantasy, so qualitative fantasy. And you find it out, you see all of it is qualitative fantasy. So thoughtful, so well turned. And then you can analyze. I, for example, consider that it's not a fantasy, it's true. Well, okay, you consider yes, but that how you see it is just a thinking. It's just you think this way. You consider so not only because of some explanations, but you see this way, hear this way, and perceive. And analyze. This is working situation. Working. When you say relax, do you mean relax body? Yes, we start from body. It's just relax your muscles. Step by step, it goes deeper. After Satori experience, when my familiar perception is returned, I don't know how to practice, because I know how it is indeed. I know I have non-dual knowledge, and it seems like it prevents practice. No, it cannot prevent. How it prevents? Maybe it's not knowledge, it's memory prevents. I understood. Yes, it prevents you, should throw it out. How should you practice? As you practice before Satori. That's it. Start from the beginning. If you reach Satori, it's really cool, yes, but that's it. Let's do it again. Then will be a lot of Satori. Then they will merge into continuous nirvana. But it's not a nirvana. I don't know. It's just natural state. There is no nirvana, there is no samsara, and they both present equally. There is no choice. What is there to choose? Everything is okay. Everything is okay, everything is unreal, like in song. Do you have any questions? I have seen that I is empty object. Can I consider this emptiness mine? You can consider nothing as yours. We just say that something is our. It means nothing indeed. I is not even an object. It's just a reflection. Just look. There is no I indeed. Just a reflection of some understanding. For example, you see external world, and it seems like you see it. Because if they're external, there is internal too. And you think that you see it. But when you start explore that it is not external, so I, exactly like that, illusory perception. and it just liberates itself. It was yours, but when it was yours. But indeed, it became our, like everywhere. Understand? You think there is something yours, but they locked you in your home, and that's it. Bye-bye. Sometimes in solar plexus area, there is a feeling like energy is sucking up, and I want something hot to drink, and I want wrap in. What can I do this? You should just feel that there is no sucking up. There is no external thing, so there is no energy sucking. It's just a hallucination. Maybe you don't like something. You just don't accept something. And when vibrations of what you don't like appears, you experience this feeling. You just should to see that it's hallucination. Sucking up. It's you suck up yourself. As fun as that sounds, it's true. Who finds out an emptiness? A reflection of mind finds out an emptiness. Mind finds out it. Everything that happens in a dream is mind too? Of course. Why you ask such questions? Seriously? Is it reality? The thing is that happens in a dream happens in a dream. That happens here happens in a dream too. Unfulfilled wishes will interfere with practice, feeling of melancholy and meaninglessness. Unfulfilled wishes is a hallucination. They appears from unknowing or ignorance. When you realize that everything is you, what will you want? You achieve everything automatically, because everything you wish is in your mind. But because of ignorance, you separate yourself from this. You appears because of separating. That's it. It's called ignorance. Feeling of melancholy and meaningless appears because you want it so much, but pretend you don't. That's why this feelings appears. When mind is into belly, it becomes very warm and breathing is more rarely. That's a good sign. But understand that belly is mind too. This is a fable. Fantasy about body and you, and that you are watching translation about coronavirus. This is a fable called Mahalila, Shiva's game in Hinduism tradition. Last time I have strange dreams, people from past. Is it something I didn't let go? Have no idea, don't really care. If you will clearly realize all your dreams, you will see that they all are strange. Do you have nothing to do? Will you investigate such nonsense? Better explore, was it happening in reality? It means nothing. All dreams means nothing. It means only what you think it means, nothing more. You just can't accept you doesn't exist. How? I mean nothing, are you crazy? I will reach Satori right now and realize emptiness. That's why such fable. Second stage can be called analytical meditation. We touch it just a little. Indeed, it is whole large teaching about analysis, which we do, and there is self-analysis, like Ramana Maharshi do, if I'm not mistaken, or some Advaita masters else. In Buddhism tradition, it's called analytical meditation. It means you analyze And if you really analyze, if you ask right questions, you quickly see that all of it bites to dust, all this fable. Leave. Go on. There is a layer between external world and me, which is if I. How can I pierce it? Are you kidding? What layer? I say it again, there is no external and internal. Layer is the same fantasy as external and internal. Who will pierce it? Are you okay? Very, very real. 1000%. You have never seen this layer, but it's 1000% real. Now there is a happening online retreat, and I said such phrase like, if you knew that there is no cat in the room, what would you do? I mean, if you was seeking cat, and someone told you there is no cat, and this somebody which is you trust, will you continue? This layer for those who know that there is no cat in the room, but continue to seek it. You should pierce it. I have a dream about you. Of course you have, because I am in your mind. I'm not only in your dreams, you even see me. I'm you, guys. You in my dream. But you say that you in my practice. In dream, in practice, and in reality, everywhere one. I am one, understand? It just looks like two. And one can't be real, because to be real it needs second, some I. But there is no thirst, no second. Should I do analytical meditation by myself or only with master? You do it by yourself. I told you what questions. I gave you a core, and it can be said it leads to momentary insights. Happen. Just watch this translation again. Everything is explained. You can write these questions and ask yourself. If you will be interested, you will develop it. If you will have questions, text me. I will tell you some extra nuances. A man lives in Satori, and this man has a child. How this child education happens? The truth is that in Satori there is no man, and therefore child. God knows how education happens. There is Valera's child is running and playing, shouting. Education? I think there is no education. He's just running and shouting and throwing out pillows. How it plays out, I don't know. It will happen somehow. Do you hear the shout? Emptiness, but don't see in mirror. Thank you. I am a little. Thank you. I understand what you mean, but I can't read it. But I don't understand what you mean, it's okay. How to fight ignorance and escape stupidity? Wow, what a nice question. How to fight ignorance? First, you should see that ignorance is illusion, and if you will fight it, you will increase ignorance. Do you know, now there is a meditation for peace of the world. It's a nice deal, but I think it's absolutely meaningless. It hardly can be a meditation. They meditate for peace of the world. What world they are thinking about? They are thinking there is a bad world and it should become good, and let it be good. But indeed, there is no bad world, no good. By this meditation, they support cognitive illusions. But on the other hand, they do a good deal. When you have nothing to do, better to do such meditation. But it's not very cozy when old view of world is messy. Yes, it's not pleasant. But do you understand for whom this is unpleasant? For personage, because they cut his leg and hand, so to speak. But in return, there is a freedom appears, liberation from duality. First time when there is a strong identification. Yes, it is unpleasant, but it's all right. Just continue, and it will pass. Everything is okay. And yes, is it enough to sit about 20-30 minutes, or I should bring it to an hour? It depends on how much time you have and how you want. It's pleasure for me, for example, to sit all the time, but sometimes I couldn't. I want to tell if nothing distracts me, I would be sitting all the time. I wouldn't even meditate, only sit. My favorite thing. But it distracts, and in that case, I go and do something. But when you do something, you don't sit. But you continue your practice, and in some moment you see that you are not sitting, but you are not going to, and you are not doing something, and everything is okay. How much should you sit? I can say that first I sit 2 months. And in the end, I feel just okay. No Saturday, just feel good. Feel good and everything become clearly. Then my good karma ended and I had to go. Next time I sit 2 weeks, then 9 days, then 4 days. After 4 days everything blended, no difference. Till that time I keep tracking, but then everything is disappear. You are not sitting, not going, not speaking, not hearing. Something incomprehensible happens. Incomprehensible but clear. If you have a possibility to sit for an hour, sit for an hour. If you have a possibility to sit more, sit more. If you cannot sit, then you should understand that if you will sit without clarity, you will just fall asleep. So then better sleep enough after sit, have a breaks. And it will come by itself, don't worry. If you are interested in it, it will come. You say that liberation appears instead. Liberation from who? Or just feelings? From who? From personage, from you. Liberation from you. You have died. Bye-bye. Understand? There is no better liberation than your death. I understand that you maybe want enlightenment and live more, but that is end of life. Do you understand? Whose? Nobody's, without the reason. It's not even a feelings. It's just like it is. That's it. Confusing and no chance to explain it. Just like it is. It seems like Valera is sitting, yes? Sort of Valera. Yes, I understand that it is Valera. But I cannot say that he is real and his life is happening. To say this, I should be sitting and thinking, understand? I should sit and think. But mind is broken, understand? It fell into belly and got broken. Got broken without chance to repair. And there is nothing to think, just speaking head that even understands nothing, even don't understand. What about it speaks? It's just like energy exchange is happening. energy exchange with itself. I don't know how to explain it. Just experience it if you can. Can you let yourself experience it? So, we will finish this translation. It's already late here. Practice that analytical meditation. This is a small core. And maybe there will be third stage next week, maybe later. But third stage is for crazy one. There's nothing to do and nobody to do. Maybe we can speak about it. That's it. I wish you happiness and I wish you to reach liberation indeed. O precious and sublime bodhicitta, may it arise in those in whom it has not arisen. May it never decline where it has arisen, but go on increasing further and further. Thank you and good luck.